It's 5:30 here on Truman State Campus, and welcome to TMN Television on Thursday, February 25th. I'm Aerin Johnson.
And I'm Jasmine Adams. Tonight we look at the latest news about the process to find a new university president.
And after that, catch up on Truman Sports with the Dog Pound.
These stories and more tonight on TMN Television. You don't want to miss this. The Truman State Board of Governors plan to spend the next few weeks deciding how to find the new Truman president. Board of Governors Chair Sarah Burkemper says the first step in the process is setting up a timeline for the search. Burkemper says the board will share the timeline as soon as it is ready. She also says the board will keep everyone informed about the process for finding a new president and if plans will include an interim president. Burkemper says the board does not plan to meet again until April, but will be communicating through email and phone conferences.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention declared the Zika virus a public health emergency and international concern. The CDC elevated its efforts against the virus to the highest possible priority February 8th. The virus is usually contracted from mosquitoes, but the CDC currently is researching whether people can contract it through sexual contact as well. The virus causes fever, rash, and itching, and while it does not seriously affect most people, it can have adverse effects on pregnant women and cause birth defects. There's currently no treatment for the Zika virus. Recently, there have been outbreaks in 26 countries, but the CDC says 80% of cases go undetected. The CDC has begun investigating cases coming from Latin America and says the number of cases brought into the United States is likely to increase because of cross-country traveling. When we come back, see how one fraternity is giving students a unique opportunity.
But before that, let's take a look at this week's forecast.
In Evander Real Deal Holyfield versus the $4 Real Deal from Hardee's. A charbroiled double cheeseburger and a crispy spicy chicken sandwich, plus small fries and an ice-cold Coke. Go round after round after round after round. It's the heavyweight champion of deals. The $4 Real Deal. Only at Hardee's.
Business fraternity Delta Sigma Pi recently unveiled a dream board on the second floor of Violet Hall. The board is an opportunity for students to anonymously post their dreams and goals and allow other students and faculty to see these goals and provide feedback. DSP's Chair for Professional Activities, Alex Ward, says the dream board partially was inspired by motivational speaker Mitch Matthews and will be a semester-long event.
He had an event like this, which was essentially all spread across the room. There were different categories that you could post your dreams on, and it was only a one-night event, whereas this is a full semester.
This week, Delta Phi Epsilon is holding a 5-day event for its philanthropy, the National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders. Monday, the sorority set up a table in the Student Union building with makeup wipes for girls to participate in Makeupless Monday. Tuesday, girls who came by the table wrote one negative thing about themselves and threw it away, then wrote a positive thing about themselves and posted it on the board next to the table. Wednesday, Delta Phi Epsilon hosted a candlelight vigil at the Kirk building at 7 p.m. and recited the ANAD pledge. Today, the sorority had a pie-throwing event on the quad and will be back in the Student Union tomorrow with the ANAD pledge at its table for students to sign. Philanthropy Coordinator Jacqueline Cuny says this week of events is important for Truman students to attend because disorders such as anorexia affect a lot of students on campus.
ANAD is important to everybody in this day and age. It's something that's super important to a lot of people and affects a lot of people, and especially with the society and like the media and all of the stigmas and everything. So we're just kind of promoting body love and self-love and how to really accept yourself as you are, and I think ANAD really helps do that.
After the break, stay tuned for the Dog Pound hosted by Sarah Hicks. We'll be right back.
This is perfect golden brown. Not the color of frozen, thawed, or reheated. Golden brown. This is made from scratch.
The Hillshire Farm Smoked Sausage Biscuit with a whole smoked sausage, egg, and melty cheese. Only at Hardee's.
Hello and welcome to the Dog Pound, always brought to you by Hardee's. I am Sarah Hicks. After the women's swim team won the GLVC tournament, I sat down with head swimming coach Edward Petrie to discuss how the season went and how they prepared for the GLVC tournament. The women's swimming team recently won the 2016 Great Lakes Valley Conference meet. Head coach Ed Petrie said this was a rebuilding year for the team and was impressed with how well the ladies worked together to secure the title.
We were having fun. They weren't worrying about, I have to make NCAAs. It was more about, okay, let's just race these girls. Let's race jury, national champions. And, nothing really kind of fazed them at this point. So it was, I think it was a year of growth, definitely.
To prepare for the GLVC meet throughout the season, the team raced Division I schools, focused on water-resistant workouts and weightlifting.
We raced a lot of Division I teams this year. We raced Illinois State, who we've never beaten. We wound up beating them by 50, 60 points. University of St. Louis, even though we outswam them, we lost by diving, and we were sick, but it gave them a lot of confidence.
Petrie said he continued to make sure his team stayed healthy and was proactive in resting his athletes when they were injured. Last season, the team ran into problems with mono and broken bones. This season, he wanted to avoid that as much as possible. After a healthy season, the team was confident in their abilities to take the GLVC title by beating Drury, the defending national champions.
It was nice saying from the beginning of the year that when we sat down, we said we can beat Drury. And but this is what we have to do. We have to score in our third and fourth events. Everyone put their egos aside. I think they just kind of snowballed each other and said, oh, wow, we're actually going to do this. We're going to make up 40 points from diving. And in all my years of coaching and swimming, and this even goes back when I was coached at Princeton, I've never seen a team effort in the way they sacrificed themselves at a meet like this. I mean, it was unbelievable.
The team is now preparing for the NCAA Championships in Indianapolis this March. They are preparing to take 9 swimmers to compete. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Dog Pound. Tune in next week for more sports coverage. I am Sarah Hicks reporting for the Truman Media Network.
That brings us to the end of our program. Be sure to check out our exclusive web content at tmn.truman.edu. For weekend updates and special coverage, look for TMN Television on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And don't forget to check out the latest episode of Rising from Our Roots on YouTube.
And for complete multimedia coverage, be sure to pick up a copy of The Index and tune into KTRM on 88.7 The Edge. From all of us at TMN Television, thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.